I am Shadow, and this verdict has never been heard. What you are about to learn was buried, hidden from the public, kept in the shadows. Listen carefully, because Shadow does not repeat himself. At 11:14 p.m. on April 28, 2021, the flickering fluorescent lights of a Burger King in downtown Seattle revealed a desperate scene. A man, now known only as the Burger King Mystery Man, sat silently at a corner table, carefully unwrapping a cold Whopper as the faint sound of sizzling oil wafted from the kitchen. But who was he really, and what secrets lay hidden beneath his lost identity? Before the mystery unfolded, he was just another face in the crowded city. Picture him, a rugged soul with a penchant for the simple things. He often lingered at the same table, flipping through dog-eared pages of classic novels, the scent of ink and paper mingling with the aroma of greasy fries. He would smile at the barista at the coffee shop next door, exchanging crafted puns and warm looks. He fed stray cats outside the restaurant, leaving bits of his burger behind, his eyes filling with warmth as they approached. This was a man living in his own quiet world. But then reality twisted. But what the reports never mentioned was the unmarked envelope found in his jacket pocket. Inside, a faded photograph of a family, three smiling faces frozen in time. That small detail, once overlooked, raised questions about his past, his connections, and the life he once led. But where did he come from? But who were those people? Imagine the chilling implications of that photograph. A hint of nostalgia in his eyes. He might have been someone's son, brother, or father. But that detail would only make sense later. As the investigation unfolded, authorities combed through security footage, piecing together snippets of his life that night. Just before he entered, a loud argument echoing through the parking lot caught the attention of passers-by, voices raised, a woman's shrill cries mingling with the gruff baritone of a man. Minutes later, he walked in, disheveled and trembling as if chased by shadows. Officers later discovered a blood-stained shirt discarded nearby, but the connection remained tenuous. Think about what that means. Really think about it. But who was he running from? But what had transpired just before he sought refuge in that fast food haven? The air was thick with questions, a palpable tension rising with each passing moment. Witnesses reported seeing a black sedan parked suspiciously outside the restaurant, a strange figure lurking in the shadows. But what was their role in this intricate web? The climax of this story emerged when authorities traced the photograph to a missing persons case filed nearly 8 years prior. The image bore an uncanny resemblance to the man in the Burger King. It was then they uncovered his real name, James Carter. But the truth was more disturbing than it seemed. James had disappeared after a domestic dispute that left his wife dead, a case that had gone cold. As revelations poured in, the chilling realization settled. James was both a victim and a suspect, wrapped in a cycle of tragedy. But did he run from the law, or was he running from the memories? Since then, the investigation has left a trail of unanswered questions. James's family has been thrust back into the media spotlight, grappling with a past they thought was buried. The community, once apathetic, now buzzes with theories and speculation surrounding his sudden reemergence. The shadows of his past have returned, darker than ever, and they beckon for closure. The trial is ongoing. One detail remains unexplained, and it could change everything. But who was truly behind the violent confrontation that night? Subscribe now. Shadow will return with the verdict. But the shadows know more than you think. But was James Carter the orchestrator of his own tragedy, or merely a puppet caught in a web of fate? Shadow will return with the answer. The shadows know more than you think. Leave your verdict in the comments. And if you think you know the truth, Shadow will return with the answer.